Welcome to the final episode of Orenda GE podcast, Shift the Narrative. I'm your host, Yusuf, and today we are closing the season in the most exciting and meaningful way possible, with a topic that perfectly encapsulates everything we believe in here at Orenda: collaboration, leadership, and impact. Now imagine this: a global network of students who aren't just dreaming of a better world, they are actively making it happen. What if I told you that these students are working hand in hand with businesses, collaborating on real projects, and shaping the future of entrepreneurship in ways that are creating actual change? This isn't a fantasy or an aspiration, it's happening right now through junior enterprise. Junior Enterprise, or GE, is an incredible movement where students from across the globe come together, harnessing their skills, ideas, and passion for innovation to create lasting change. This movement isn't confined to one country or one continent, it spans the globe, connecting young leaders and entrepreneurs from different countries. These students are gaining hands-on experience by working with real companies, build connection with professionals, and developing the skills they need to lead in the future. But today, we are going to dive deeper into something even more exciting. We are going to explore GE Global, the international network that connects all these local junior enterprises, making them part of a large ecosystem of collaboration, growth, and innovation. GE Global isn't just about connecting the dots between students run enterprises across countries, it's about creating opportunities that span continents, empowering future leaders to make an impact at the highest levels. We'll explore how GE Global brings people together, drives change on a global scale, and fosters innovation that impacts entire industries. To guide us through this inspiring journey, we're joined by someone who's been at the heart of this movement and has experienced its evolution firsthand. Our guest today is Luisa, someone who's truly walked the path of GE Global and helped shape its growth. From her role as a connection manager to becoming the general secretary and head of connection and events, and now serving as a strategic council member, Luisa has worn many hats in this organization. Her journey is a testament to the power of leadership, resilience, and collaboration in driving impactful change. Anna Luisa's story is not just about the roles she's held, but the impact she's had working with people from all corners of the world, overcoming challenges and creating lasting connections that continue to shape the junior enterprise movement. I'm incredibly excited to hear her insight, and I know you will be too. Anna Luisa, it's a true honor to have you with us today. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Thank you for being here. Okay, let's start with the big picture. GE Global is more than just a network, it's a movement. Can you give us a brief overview of what GE Global is and how it connects junior enterprises across the world?
Surely. So, Junior Enterprises Global is the global organization that represents the junior enterprise movement. It is a student led, non governmental organization that is present in over 45 countries. And its mission is to promote, strengthen, and expand the G global concept globally. The G concept globally, sorry. And they foster connection through many means, especially network events such as the JUICE, the Junior Enterprises World Conference, that you probably know, and impactful initiatives such as exchange and connection formats, online events, and so forth.
Wow, thank you for the clear and insightful explanation. It's incredible to hear how GE Global isn't just an organization, it's a thriving worldwide movement powered by students. The fact that it spans over 45 countries really shows how powerful and unifying the GE concept is. And I love how you highlighted also not just the mission, but the means, from global events like the JUICE and the World Conference to the exchange and connection formats. It's such a powerful reminder that at the heart of all this global impact is connection, students supporting, learning from, and growing with one another. Honestly, hearing you describe it makes GE Global feel like both a professional platform and a vibrant, collaborative family. Now, could you share a success story of an international project where GE's member made a real impact?
So one that it's probably a bit different, but that stands out for me personally is when we got to cover Enege 2024, the Brazilian National Junior Enterprises event. It is the largest national G event in the world, and being able to share it with the global network through our Instagram and our other social media channels was a huge deal. I had the chance to engage with many junior entrepreneurs and to also work together with some of our team members from communication that were in other countries to coordinate and share this. And during the event, we even hit like a long awaited social media milestone. So we wanted to achieve a number of followers, and we got that through the time of the event and through the people that were engaging when we were sharing the event. So that was very exciting. And more recently, G Global hosted a side event at a UN gathering at the Regional Forum for Sustainable Development, which was another major step in bringing visibility to the movement and on an international stage. I wasn't able to be there personally, but I mean, it's very good to see as a counselor how much G Global is evolving even now that I'm no longer an active member. So it's very nice.
That is such a powerful story. Thank you for sharing it. I love how you picked an example that's both personal and global. Covering Energy 2024 must have been such a vibrant experience, getting to see the largest national junior enterprise event up close, with also connecting that energy with the rest of the world through social media. And the fact that you reach a social media milestone during the event, that's not just great timing. I'm sure that's a sign of real engagement. And even though you weren't in the latest event in person, I can imagine how proud you must felt seeing the movement you helped build, gaining such an incredible and an international recognition. Now, what do you think makes international collaborations such a valuable experience for GE's members?
For me, the most valuable part is learning how to navigate and embrace cultural differences. Collaborating with people from around the world teaches you adaptability, empathy, and how to find common ground and make things work. So, that was for sure something that I learned a lot during my time as a member and as, an executive board member as well.
Wow, I love that. I think when you're part of something international like GE Global, you really live that experience, figuring out how to communicate, how to meet in the middle, and how to respect each other's way of thinking. It changes how you see the world, how you truly see the world. Now, one of the most valuable aspects of junior enterprise is the hands-on experience it provides. What are the key skills that students develop through GE Global?
Perfect. For me, communication is definitely one of the top skills. Not only do you improve your English while working in G Global, if English is your second language, as it is mine, but you also learn to communicate effectively across time zones, across cultures, often asynchronously. So it requires a lot of clarity, collaboration, a lot of self management as well. So those are very important things. And there are also the technical skills that you will develop depending on the department that you join in G Global. So if you work with technology, there is that. If you work with law, you can also work at legal and enhance those, more technical skills. And also depending on your seniority, you can contribute to the global mission. So as an executive board member, as a director, so there are many steps that you can kind of go through and develop yourself further and, contribute even more to the global mission.
You made such a great point about communication. It's not just about speaking the same language, it's about learning how to connect with people from all over. even when you're dealing with different time zones or cultures, as you said. And you're right, it's all about clarity, right? Being clear in what you say and making sure everyone's on the same page. That can be a challenge, but it really teaches you to be a better communicator, right? Now, we often hear that being part of a GE is like running a real business. How do these experiences translate into future career success?
I mean, after working on such a global and dynamic environment, I, for instance, feel much more prepared to contribute on a multinational, for example. I currently work at a Brazilian company. It's technology focused and it's very focused on the Brazilian market. And I was an intern at this company already when I was in G Global, and those were very different experiences, and they both taught me a lot, and there were a lot of things that I could bring from my internship into G Global and vice versa. So I already saw that happening, and now as like a more senior member, I'm already an analyst. I no longer work full time, like part time at G Global as a volunteer. I'm only in the council, so it's a very different experience, and I can still, see everything that I've learned and kind of put it into practice in my work, as an analyst, a marketing analyst. So that's very nice. And for me, one of the most important things is that you gain a broader perspective and a set of soft skills that are highly valuable in today's job market. So I got to work with people from Africa, with people from Australia. I got to work with people from Europe. Experiences that I would hardly have at my Brazilian company that works only for the Brazilian market. So those were very, very interesting things for me. And I think, yeah, the experiences very much translate, and you can definitely put things into practice on your like senior job once you start your career for like 100%.
Totally, yes. So, for students listening today who are curious but haven't joined a GE yet, what would you say to them? Why should they take the leap and become part of this movement?
Perfect. Well, for me personally, joining a junior enterprise had a profound impact on both my professional and my personal life. And I've seen the same happen for many others in the network, many other junior entrepreneurs. I get to work now at my Brazilian company with one of the first Expo members of G Global. And I didn't know that. We kind of just met in my company, and he was like, "You were Secretary General? I was also Secretary General at G Global many years ago." So, it's definitely a life-changing experience, and you can see people from the network always working on good companies and very nice jobs and being very skilled, and this is definitely something that you can take to your life, personal and professional. And if you're even a little curious, take the first step. I don't think you will regret it. It's a very, very nice chance to bond with people, to work with people, and to, start your career on a very, very nice environment that you can grow a lot in.
Amazing. As she said, the opportunities that come with being part of GE Global are nothing short of extraordinary. And to our dear listeners, if you're ready to take your learning to the next level beyond everything, this is your chance. Imagine working on real hands on projects, collaborating with pride driven individuals from all corners of the world, and being part of a network that's making a true global impact. This isn't not just a community, it's a movement. So, if you're looking to shape the leaders of tomorrow, there is no better time to get involved than now. Explore GE Global, connect with your local junior enterprise, and take the first step toward being part of something much bigger than yourself. All right, now it's time for a bit of a challenge. I'll ask you quick questions about global innovation, business culture, and GEs. You have just a few seconds to answer each one. Ready?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. A country that inspires you with its entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay, I might be a little bit biased, but the Brazilian network consistently impresses me. I mean, it's huge. It's a lot. It has a lot of energy, creativity, and the scale. It's amazing.
I mean, it's a good choice. Next, one innovation from a GE project that blew your mind.
Okay, I will hit you with something a little different, but in Brazil, I got to know about a music GE led by music students, and they created and sold jingles and anthems to other GEs and small businesses. And it was such a unique business model. I mean, I'm from a consulting GE business, very like, you know, normal GE, the very standard model that we have. So for me, it was something very shocking, and I think it's really amazing that they got to work on such a different business model.
True, amazing. Now, a business culture lesson you learned from working internationally.
For me, one key lesson, especially as a leader within G Global, was learning to prioritize high impact initiatives, especially when the resources are limited. It's all about focusing where it matters the most. And I think in the GE movement, you often have that. A lot of GEs do a lot with very little funding. So, I mean, it's kind of something that you see yourself improving as your journey goes in the GE movement is learning how to prioritize.
Yes. If you could launch a GE project anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Okay, definitely somewhere in Asia. Is one of the continents that I didn't have the opportunity to work with during my mandate. And I believe there is huge potential for the movement to grow there. I mean, billions of people, millions of students. So I do think that the movement has a lot of potential to grow there.
Hopefully, one day. Okay, now let's lighten things up with a little game of Would You Rather. I'll give you some fun dilemmas. You have to pick one and tell us why. Let's dive in. Would you rather never have internet again but be surrounded by brilliant minds, or have all the tech in the world but work completely solo?
This is an easy one for me because I would rather never have internet again because I'm a very people kind of person. So I would rather collaborate and get to work with people. But with only internet, I would feel lonely.
I also do think working completely solo is lifeless, or I don't know, it's no creativity, no different perspectives and all. Okay, now, second, would you rather have 1 million euros to fund one GE super project or split it into 100 micro projects across the globe?
Oh, I would for sure split it into 100 micro projects. I think the junior enterprises are incredibly resourceful. As I said before, they can create major impact with minimal funding. And I would love to see what they would do with this like amount of money that they get and the many great projects that would come out of it.
Okay, now, would you rather have a team that's ultra creative but chaotic, or super organized but not very innovative?
I would go with organized team because I believe creativity can be cultivated more easily than structure. And I'm also a person with a lot of ideas, so I usually bring a lot to the table. I would be happy to kind of help in that sense until the team can start having its own ideas.
And I don't think that being creative and not organized can like lead to a good something good. I don't know, it will be chaotic, exactly chaotic. Now, would you rather start a GE from scratch in a country where no one's heard of it, or revive a struggling GE?
That is a tough one because, reviving a struggling GE. Ugh. But I would probably go with start from scratch because I do think that building something new from the ground is incredibly rewarding. And when it's in a region that the movement hasn't reached yet, I thinking of that possibility would be really nice. But I mean, I wish I could pick both because I think they're both very important. But if I had very much to choose one, I would go with start from scratch.
And it would be in Asia, like you said?
I mean, who knows? Who knows? The language would definitely be a barrier for me, but
Yes.
I mean, we can make it work.
We can, of course, we can. Anna, this has been such a fantastic conversation. We've explored how GE Global connects students worldwide, the skills it builds, and the incredible projects making an impact. But before we wrap up, what's one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
Okay. Well, I think for me, the main takeaway from the movement and from being in the movement and from entering the movement is that it holds a lot of potential. So I encourage everyone listening to connect to Jeep Global, to reach out to other GEs, reach out to your local national confederation, and explore everything that this movement has to offer. There is a lot to gain from being a junior entrepreneur and for being an alumni later. So yeah, make it work, go after it. If you're not a part of the movement yet, there are many things that you can explore. And you are like 100% what makes your journey better or worse. So make sure to make the most of it.
Amazing. As she said, and our dear listeners, if you're ready to take your learning beyond the ordinary, work on real projects, and join a network of ambitious people worldwide, now is the time. Explore GE Global, connect with your local junior enterprise, and be part of this movement shaping tomorrow's leader. At Orenda, we believe that every idea shared is a seed, and we're happy to plant it. Every conversation, every partnership, every project is a seed planted for a brighter future, and we are so honored to be planting those seeds with you. We hope this episode has inspired you to think bigger, aim higher, and make that impact you're always dreamed of. Before we wrap up, don't forget to stay connected with us. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and LinkedIn so you won't miss out on more inspiring discussions, updates, and exciting projects we have coming up. This was Shift the Narrative, and while this may be the final episode of this season, our conversation doesn't stop here. Keep innovating, keep leading, and keep making a difference wherever you go. The world needs your voice, your ideas, and your passion. Thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see you next time. Until then, keep striving and keep shifting the narrative.